This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from content to fancy bread, but more on them later. Novelty season is coming up fast, and one of the things I find just as interesting as the new watches that are released are the models that are discontinued or quietly disappear. This is a predictions video. I don't know anything concretely. Rolex doesn't give me a call to give me the scoop. I wish they did. I would leak it all immediately. But some of these predictions I think are safe bets. Some of them are a little bit more wild cards, and I'd love to know if you guys have any hunches. Let me know in the comments down below. Starting with the GMT Master 2 BLRO, colloquially called the Pepsi, and I think this is the year this bezel combination is finally going. It's almost embarrassing at this point. Every single year I predict the BLRO is going. Every single year it doesn't. But I think this is the year it finally and sadly happens. It's been a difficult allocation to receive in recent years, especially since the reintroduction of stainless steel in 2018, and each year there seems to be less and less reaching authorized dealers. Now, according to Rolex, the big problem is producing the red-blue bezels, with red being a famously difficult color in ceramics. Every time I talk about this, I will receive comments saying, insert micro brand name here, well, if they can easily do it, why can't Rolex? I'm not an expert in ceramics, but my understanding is the problem lies in the two-tone nature alongside red. Whether it is red and blue, red and black, the red has a high potential to overlap and blend incorrectly. Red-blue is specifically hard to manufacture at the quality standards and production numbers of Rolex. Reports suggest that up to 50% of the red-blue bezels are rejected by QC, significantly higher than the single color or black-blue, black-green alternatives. ADs have been seeing so few of these come through, and I think it makes a lot of sense for this to finally be the year that these leave the catalog. Now, I usually predict that the BLRO is leaving and the RONR is returning, or the red-black bezel variant, but I don't think this is going to happen. I'm removing the Coke return from my predictions. I think Rolex is going to cut their losses and no more red for the time being. One prediction I've been seeing buzzing around lately is the return of the Milgauss, and I don't think it will happen. Introduced in 1956, with prototypes first surfacing around 1954, the Milgauss was specifically created for scientists with the ability to withstand magnetic fields of 1000 Gauss using an internal Faraday cage. The original Milgauss had some pretty specific design cues, including a honeycomb dial, bidirectional bezel, and iconic lightning bolt seconds hand. In fact, when they released the Land Dweller last year with the honeycomb dial, one of my first thoughts was, are they trying something out for the return of the Milgauss? And while they might be doing that, I don't think it's going to happen this year. The Milgauss has always been an odd duck in Rolex positioning. It always has been. It's never fully thrived, and even though it has such a unique identity, it's just never fully hit. I think they will do something for 75 years, but not 70. Okay, this is one of my more unhinged predictions, and Air King lovers are gonna hate it, but the Air King kind of feels like a lost collection, and it might be time for it to go. There is a strong group of Air King lovers, and I always hear from them, and I'll hear from you guys in the comments down below. I'll see you down there. But here's why I think the Air King is in danger. Rolex really leans into storytelling, heritage, real or exaggerated. And each product has a purpose, it has a reason for being in the catalog, and we kind of know the lore behind each one. So the Air King was released in 1945 to honor British RAF pilots, and it was made to be a pilot's watch. Fast forward to modern Rolex. What do you think of when you think of a Rolex pilot's watch? Probably the GMT Master 2. And I think as World War III is kind of bubbling away, Rolex might not want that World War II watch that no one associates with aviation anymore. I also want to be quite clear, I do like the Air King. I am so happy that something from the Air series still exists in 2026. I think it should be there, and I will truly be sad if it disappears. I just think with how airtight Rolex branding is, it could be on the chopping block. Speaking of branding, you know who's bad at it? Me. And this is why I use and love today's fabulous video sponsor, Squarespace. I've never been a person who's good at aesthetic stuff, figuring out color palettes, fonts, how to lay things out in a fashion that is pleasing to the eye, and this is pretty much what Squarespace does for websites. Their cutting-edge design tools make it so anyone, literally anyone, even me, can build a gorgeous website that fits their unique style. So there's two ways to do it. You could use Blueprint AI, which uses the power and speed of AI to build a fully customizable website with just a few prompts and let them do the rest. And mine took me about an hour to create, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Maybe you sell stuff, products, services, both. Squarespace is the one-stop shop to grow your business and get paid, engage with your customers, easy online payments, and built-in tools for inventory. On top of that, their integrated SEO tools ensures that every website is optimized so you show up more often on search engines and more people can find you. If this sounds like something you need in your life, head to squarespace.com/BritPierce to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain and use my code, the BritPierce code. Don't sit on that idea, make it happen, and thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Over the years, we've been watching Rolex roll back the flat lacquer dial Oyster Perpetuals released in 2020, with yellow, orange being discontinued, and the celebration dial as well, which I famously have no strong feelings about. I currently have my name down for the 36mm. Sweet Jesus, I'm hoping to get this call. I just need the call from the sweet, sweet authorized dealer. In 2025, they debuted a lilac purple, pistachio green, sky blue, and beige colorway, feeling a tad less bold and a little bit more pastel, and I think this year they will continue to discontinue the 2020 colorways altogether. Even turquoise blue, even Tiffany blue is gonna go, and only have the new pastel colors and maybe even introduce a few new numbers, but all the 2020s will be gone. One of the biggest departures from the norm in these past few years has been the introduction of the titanium Yacht Master. Like most people, I was pretty excited. I mean, look at these. They look so awesome. Matte black Cerachrome bezel, RLX titanium, far and away the sportiest interpretation of the Yacht Master. But this also serves as the confusing part for me. The Yachtmaster DNA is the posh Submariner. It is not meant to be sporty and robust. It's pretty. It has polished center links, always featuring a precious metal of some kind, even with the oyster steel. It also has platinum. Only 100 meters of water resistance, which is still exceptional. But with a diver that looks like this, you would expect more. Titanium was a weird choice for the Yachtmaster, and the whole design looks weird for this model family. I think Rolex is experimenting more with titanium and they're wanting to add more to the catalog. And the titanium Yachtmaster served as a testing ground. Hardly any of these seem to have made it out. I've seen one at Dubai Watch Week, but it seems like so few of these have been made for one reason or another, and it can't be due to lack of interest. This one is a bit more specific. So every year, Rolex quietly changes the Le Mans Daytona. First introduced in white gold, then became yellow, then ever rose. The white gold had one of the shortest production runs in the history of the brand, spanning from June 2023 to April 2024. Then 2024, the yellow gold was made available off catalog, and in early 2025, the ever rose. Also, I don't know if you've seen any of these on the secondary market. They're insane. I think there's only one place left to go, stainless steel, make it impossible to get as per, and make people like myself very sad. Oh, finally, we can afford something. It's in stainless steel. No, I can't get it. So that's the stuff I think is going to go, and overall I think it is going to be a quiet and tame year for Rolex. 2025 was massive with the Land Dweller debut, and I think they can sit in a quiet confidence, discontinuing the things that need to go, continue to refine their catalog, and make subtle tweaks to other things. On top of that, the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation sister brand, Tudor, is due for a pretty big year, celebrating 100 years since its founding, and I think they're gonna party in a big way. But with all that said, Rolex does have another notable milestone in 2026, marking 100 years of the Oyster case and using that terminology. In 1926, Rolex created the first waterproof and dustproof wristwatch, which was then put to the test in 1927 with Mercedes Gleitz and the swim across the English Channel wearing a Rolex Oyster. Also, can we just look at this watch? Let's put the picture on right now. You know those people who refuse to go to the beach without a weapons grade dive watch? They need the Submariner or the Seamaster to go swimming with their family. They need at least 300 meters of water resistance. They need, oh, no precious metal. It needs to be stainless steel. It needs to be the most robust thing to keep up with my adventurous lifestyle. This woman, this professional athlete, literally wore this swimming across the English Channel. It's like when you go for a mild hike and you see people in all the technical kit and then a child wearing Crocs and a Barbie's head in their hand and a bunch of cheesies in the other hand, walking the exact same path. It's kind of the equivalent. Not that famed athlete Mercedes Gleitz is a toddler wearing Crocs. I'm just trying to make fun of people who have all the gear and no idea. All the gear, no idea. What am I talking about? This is why I need to do tighter scripting. Rant aside, I think Rolex is going to need to honor this moment. This is the kind of stuff they're all about and clearly matters to them. There's a whole page on their website devoted to the Oyster case, and it really is the true north of the brand and kind of marked the way forward. I think they will honor this in smaller ways, but I'm not sure how. Anyways, guys, I'm so excited for novelty season. I will be at Watches and Wonders this year. I'm going to be there for 3 days. So many appointments already booked in. On the Gringa Patreon, we're going to be doing novelty bingo. I've made up some bingo cards. It's the best community on the internet. So if you want to play along as well, you know how to find us. I have a strong feeling I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose so hard. And it's not just Rolex. It's, any predictions that you have. You know how bingo works. It's just a little bit of community fun. Thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to go click that link, check them out. And thank you so much to the Pope tier patrons. Get their names on the screen. Oh, patrons. Oh my gosh. I had so much fun making this video. I hope that comes through. I don't know if people will agree, disagree with this video. That doesn't matter because it's about you. Thank you so much to the names on the screen. Thank you. My nose is getting weirdly bunged up. Thank you for supporting the work that we do here. I think I have the best job in the world and you guys make it possible. Thank you. I hope you keep enjoying the content. Even if you don't worry. You can leave. You can still just pop onto the YouTube. I don't mind. Thank you for supporting the channel at all. You guys are so awesome. Thank you all to your patrons, and we'll see you in the next one.